On April 22, 2023, in Moore, Oklahoma, police received a frantic call from the Bills family home. Upon arrival, they discovered the lifeless body of 18-year-old Madeleine Bills in her bedroom. Tragically, she had fallen victim to both and murder. Despite the fact that her parents and older brothers reside in the same house and were at home during the time of the attack, none of them knew that Madeleine was being attacked. This was due to the fact that Madeleine's bedroom was a converted pool house, which is separate from the main house. CCTV footage showed a man jumping over the fence into the Bills' property in the early hours of the morning. But was this a random attack by a stranger, or was the perpetrator someone Madeleine knew? Let's get into it. Madeleine Marie Bills, known to her loved ones as Maddie B., was born on September 16, 2004, to Robert and Stephanie Bills in Oklahoma City. As a child, Madeleine exhibited a sweet and kind-hearted nature, radiating happiness and a zest for life. Even from a young age, she displayed a profound affection for animals, a passion that only intensified as she matured. Madeleine loved spending time with her family and friends, nurturing close bonds with both. From an early age, Madeleine learned the value of giving back. She found great joy in giving and making special homemade gifts for friends. Madeleine worked extremely hard in developing her skills as a basketball player and displayed remarkable proficiency in the sport. Her commitment paid off as she excelled as a basketball player. She was a member of the Osage tribe and signed a letter of intent to play women's basketball at Northeastern A&M in Miami in the fall. Beyond her athletic pursuits, Madeleine loved reading books. Her fondness for reading was matched by her considerable intelligence. She was an exceptionally bright and dedicated student who demonstrated her academic prowess by maintaining a perfect 4.0 GPA throughout high school. In December 2022, Madeleine began dating Chace Cook. Initially, their relationship appeared typical, but within a few months, Madeleine confided in her friends that she was increasingly fearful of Chace. This growing fear and concern for her safety played a significant role in her decision to end the relationship. It isn't clear if Chace physically abused Madeleine while they were dating, but it's plausible that her decision to end the relationship stemmed from instances of physical abuse or the threat of it from Chace. Madeleine's bedroom was a pool house converted into a bedroom and was separate from the main house. She had told friends that she was scared of Chace and was considering moving back into the main house out of fear that he might come over unannounced and attempt to harm her. She wouldn't have been fearful of Chace without reason, so it's very likely that some form of physical abuse took place during their relationship, or that Chace threatened harm after she ended the relationship. Either way, once Madeleine ended the relationship, she did tell friends that she was scared he would hurt her. On April 22, 2023, an unidentified male individual was captured on Madeleine's neighbor's security cameras. The footage shows this individual climbing over the fence of Madeleine's residence and gaining access to her backyard at approximately 4:38 a.m. After spending around 90 seconds on the property, the person left the backyard by climbing back over the fence. The security cameras also captured footage of a vehicle passing by Madeleine's residence at around 6:34 a.m. Following this, the individual was observed climbing over the fence once more at approximately 6:42 a.m. He proceeded towards the pool house, which had been converted into Madeleine's bedroom. At approximately 7:17 a.m., he left the backyard by once again climbing over the fence. Several hours later, Madeleine's family tragically found her lifeless body in her bedroom, prompting them to immediately contact the police. Upon the police's arrival, they observed indications that had also taken place.
This morning, police in Moore are investigating the suspicious death and rape of an 18-year-old.
Police say they found Maddie Bills dead in her home on April 22nd near Southwest 34th and Telephone Road.
Following interviews with both family members and friends, investigators began to suspect that Madeleine's former boyfriend, Chace Cook, might be the individual responsible for her death. Authorities located Chace in Oklahoma City on Tuesday, April 25th, and he was transported to the Moore Police Department for questioning. Chace reportedly informed several people that he had enlisted in the Navy and was undergoing training in California at the time of Madeleine's death. This alibi seemingly made it impossible for him to have been involved in her murder. He claimed to have driven to Galveston, Texas on April 16th for training to become a member of the Navy SEALs, and said he didn't return to Oklahoma until April 23rd, which is one day after Madeleine's murder. What he wasn't aware of is that investigators had obtained surveillance footage that captured his vehicle in the vicinity, approximately 2 miles from Madeleine's residence, on the night before she was found dead, according to a police report. When investigators told Chace that they knew he was in the vicinity of Madeleine's home at the time of her death, he invoked his right to speak with an attorney, and the interview was stopped. In the process of searching Chace's vehicle, police discovered several articles of clothing and his cell phone. These findings provided additional evidence placing him at the scene of the crime. Police also collected a DNA sample before concluding the interview. In a report, a detective wrote, "Upon review of the content, it was discovered Chace's cell phone was in the area of Madeleine's residence during the time the surveillance video shows the unknown person climbing over the fence. According to court documents, a video taken from Chace's phone appears to show him Madeleine, who appears to be unconscious. In the video, Chace positions the phone on a nightstand next to the bed to record his actions. According to the affidavit, Chace's DNA matched the DNA obtained from swabs taken during the initial on-scene investigation and during the autopsy of the victim. According to investigators, a review of Chace's cell phone search history revealed that he did a few Google searches a few days before and right after the murder. At approximately 7:21 a.m. on April 22nd, he Googled, "How long does a victim have to press charges?" On that same day, roughly 6 hours later, Chace also searched, "What happens if strangled for a long time?" On April 18th, he Googled, "How long does chloroform take to put someone to sleep?" and "How long does chloroform take to make someone fall asleep when injected?" At this point, police had enough evidence to arrest Chace, so on Monday, May 1st, 2023, they tracked him down to Chicago at a Navy boot camp where they arrested him and charged him with first-degree.
Police say her untimely death is suspicious, and now her ex-boyfriend, Chace Cook, is in jail for.
He was held at the Cleveland County Jail, but he wasn't initially charged with Madeleine's murder, as investigators were waiting on the medical examiner's report. Once the medical examiner's report was completed, and after looking at all the available evidence, police proceeded in charging Chace with Madeleine's murder as well.
It was in April when 18-year-old Madeleine Bills was found dead at her family's pool house. Today, a judge said there's enough evidence to move forward with murder and strangulation charges against Chace Cook.
According to more police investigators, the result of an autopsy performed by the state medical examiner's office revealed that the manner of death is homicide due to strangulation. During a video arraignment for defendant Chace Cook, First Assistant District Attorney Jennifer Austin described Chace as a threat to the community and to all females that probably know him. "This defendant is a continuing threat to the community." Austin emphasized this point to Special Judge Lori Puckett while Madeleine's parents watched. The prosecution presented video recordings, cell phone data, and tangible evidence placing Chace at the crime scene. Judge Puckett agreed with Austin and set Chace's bond at $5 million. In a news release, District Attorney Greg Mashburn said, "We will seek justice for Ms. Bills' death as her life was cut way too short. She was a graduating senior and had plans to attend college. I want to extend my condolences to Ms. Bills' family and friends. It is my office's job to represent those who have been the victims of crime, and so my office will seek justice for Ms. Bills and work to honor her name." On February 24, 2024, Chace appeared in court and pleaded not guilty to the and murder of Madeleine Bills. The state described the murder as especially heinous, atrocious, or cruel, and decided to push forward with the death penalty.
The defendant, Chace Cook, appeared in court today shackled and quiet. A non-guilty plea was entered on his behalf, and now the state will move forward as they push for the death penalty.
In a statement, Madeleine's family said that they support the state's decision to seek the death penalty. While addressing the media, Chace's attorney Gretchen Mosley said that Chace is a good kid and she feels like the process hasn't been fair.
Chace is a good kid. He's 19 years old. He's facing the death penalty. I don't feel like the process so far has been fair to him, and it's really upsetting for someone who's been doing death penalty cases for 26 years.
She called for the state to overturn more evidence.
The only thing we've gotten so far is police reports. Evidently, there are lots of videos, photographs, lots of stuff that has been relied upon so far in the prosecution of this 19-year-old kid who's facing the death penalty, and for some reason the state's not providing it to us, and it's bizarre.
In a statement, the Cleveland District Attorney's Office responded by saying they are following the law and were under no legal obligation prior to today to release any evidence. Chace was taken back to the Cleveland County Jail, where he awaits a date for his trial. Although Chace Cook has been charged with the rape and murder of Madeleine Bills, he hasn't been convicted and is innocent until proven guilty. However, according to investigators, the amount of evidence they have against him will be extremely difficult for him to disprove. This is some of the evidence that detectives claim to have uncovered against Chace during their investigation into Madeleine's murder. Chace claimed to be out of town when the murder occurred, yet surveillance cameras recorded him 2 miles away from Madeleine's home the night before she was found dead. Chace has a video recording on his phone of him Madeleine while she appeared to be unconscious. He also conducted Google searches about strangulation right before and after her murder, and the autopsy revealed that the cause of death was strangulation. His DNA was found at the crime scene. Madeleine also told friends that she was fearful Chace would come to her house and hurt her. Although some of the evidence is circumstantial, there is also very strong evidence like the cell phone video recording, DNA evidence, and the Google searches, so Chace's defense attorney has an extremely difficult task ahead of trying to prove his innocence. Madeleine's family released a statement that read, "Our family is heartbroken at the loss of our beautiful daughter and sister, Madeleine Marie Bills. No family should have to endure such a terrible tragedy. We are grateful for the outpouring of love and compassion our family has received from so many in our community. Our family believes this is a direct reflection of the love, light, and positive energy that Madeleine poured into others throughout her life. We want Madeleine's life to be forever defined by how she lived, loved, and the countless ways she uplifted everyone. We want her to be remembered for all she gave her friends and family. She was a beautiful soul and a beloved child of God." The family has started the Madeleine Bills Scholarship Fund in her memory. If you would like more information, you can visit their website at madeleinebills.org. Madeleine's journey through life may have been short, but the impact she left on so many lives was truly remarkable. Her vibrant, cheerful personality had the power to illuminate even the dullest of moments, making every room she entered a little brighter. She made the world a better place in her short time here, and her positive impact will always be remembered. To Madeleine's family and friends, we send our deepest and most heartfelt condolences. Our hearts go out to you during this incredibly difficult time. May you find comfort in the love and beautiful memories you all shared with Madeleine. May God strengthen each of you, and may Madeleine's soul rest in eternal peace.